guys, welcome back to another episode of Symmetria Server Season 10. It's almost upon us. On today's episode, like I said last episode, I will be giving you a tour of the base itself. After that, it will be the ending tour and probably a preview of next season. Who knows? But anyway, let's get on with the tour. Mainly, right now, we're in the tower itself. Um, inspiration for this, most of it was because um, I've built inside a mountain, using a mountain as a build, creating a volcano as a base, making a cruise ship of a base. Then we have I believe it was the first time I started doing videos on Symmetria for YouTube when I started making the Ocean Lab. That base inspired me to actually do something out of the ordinary, besides doing a base underwater. I decided to work on this, which is where we are at now. The floating base, powered by these, the flight reactors, taking name out of Tony Stark with the arc reactor. The only thing is, I am not calling them arc reactor. I am calling them flight reactors, since they are making the base float. Besides that, honestly, there was no much of an inspiration for this base. Just making something out of the ordinary. Plus, like every single season, going a little bit above and beyond. Let me take a gander and sleep for a moment. Wait, not ready yet? Oh, still early. Okay. But besides all of that, there was not much of an idea. I started with the tower itself. This was my concept idea that I wanted to do. The tower itself. But coming to the tower, I decided what could look good. I could have made a rock floating in the air, like one of the symmetrians that they have a couple of islands around the base and just floating. But then I started to work around making some sort of a sphere, just like we have right now. Let me go down. Some sort of sphere just like we have right now here. But it was taller and it was a little bit more different than what we have here. It was originally many not islands like these. It was basically like rings around the center island. The island was bigger than what it is right now. I am talking probably two times the length on each side, and then having the rings around it. Then what would it was? It was glass domes in every so often corner. Then I scratched it because that design was a little bit too close for comfort. What I'm meaning is, the farms were a little bit too close together. and I wanted to maintain them as far as I could. For example, the distance between each farm is very great. Even if I go open map, the distance between farms it's really lengthy, including any direction I go, and that was one of my main things that I wanted to do. That old design wasn't agreeable. They were too close. And unlike the season of the cruise ship, I had every farm in the same chunk. Since then, I've decided personally not to have farms, especially when I make them big nearby. Okay, with that said, let's head. Actually, you know what? Let's go north. Let's go the actual way and path is supposed to be done, using the actual bridge to cross into first. Unlike the original design I had, trees weren't in the way. It was basically structure, 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 and nothing else. But decided to make some custom trees. So now when you walk, all you can walk is into a garden that you can barely see the actual centerpiece unless you go to the sides or you're coming down the actual tunnel or the bridge itself. Then you come to the center where you can actually go down. Is it here? Yeah, right here. Either you can use the elevator or just jump down. This is all packed snow, so you won't be taking damage. We have the main system of pickup. Everything has its own space, and everything goes to their exact length. For example, we have kelp, we have sugarcane, and we have bamboo. All farms are, mostly these farms are similar in the design, except for the kelp. Somewhat. The only difference is, oh, I just noticed something here. Huh. Oh, never mind. I'll try to fix it if I can. If not, I'll just leave it like that. Um, it actually doesn't do anything if I leave it like that. Huh. Whatever. It's been doing the same amount of kelp and everything, so it doesn't matter. Even though it's similar, but there's a few details. For example, here is just basically nothing. And then we have here the fence gates to hold the water and hold everything that it will stay in there and won't even break. Bamboo is basically just the sugarcane. Same concept, same design. It doesn't change a lot. And then we have the system itself where everything is picked up through the tunnels or through the service and then gets delivered into the sorting system. Well, not more of a sorting system, more like the um packaging area. I made this look. I was gonna cover this up for you to not able to see that, but it wasn't part of the idea. I wanted to have that concept behind wide open. Just because this is basically the water that maintains the flight reactor active. Maintains it cool, maintains everything moving. And that's basically the North Island, just holding these farms. Then we have this little garden that I have added a couple of little leaves, little trees, bushes, lightning for the trees. I enjoyed building this garden. It was very fun. And like I said, the centerpiece kind of like goes in the background to a certain level that you can see something when you're far, but when you're close, it's barely visible through the trees. Now let's go to the West Island. I could just fly, but I just want to take in on how everything looks. But for the sake of time, let's speed it up because the exterior of every single island is except the main one. All exteriors are the same. The only thing that changes is the actual interior. For example, here we have the melon and pumpkin farm, right? No, pumpkin and melon farm. I keep saying it backwards, even though it barely has anything, but it's chokers full of it. It's more than enough. Then we have the bee farm and quite a lot of melons. And then we have a unique design on a bee farm. I've never built this type of design, and to be honest, I enjoyed it. It's very nice. It's a quite unique kind of design, honestly. Originally, I was gonna put this on the bottom and that one up top, but since the system is completely reversed, when I say reverse, is basically, yeah, system starts above and then goes down. So basically, everything, every redstone thing related starts top and works itself down. So since I had to do that, why not have that system up top so it's easier to wire instead of just having it down? We have to rewire everything to go up. Melon and pumpkin farms are basically the same concept. It's basically once the pistons are in, they start producing melons. They break due to the fact of the observers. They go down, and then they get collected in the center where they get sorted and packaged. Let's go up top, and let's go to the... Oh, it's raining. Ew. That's gonna make things worse. I wanted to keep... Heck with it. I'll leave it just as it is. Okay. Now we have... Why does it look so ominous now? I don't take shaders off. Whatever. Then we have in the South Island, we have the Super Smelter. Besides the Super Smelter, which is also a unique design and on itself, due to the fact that usually I just make it in a single row or in a pattern, in a U shape, U shape, or stack them up. This time I made it in an L shape, and the system itself is over here. Everything gets finished. I don't have to run to the other side. I can just stand here and everything will be collected in this chest right here. And also I have a little smelter array just to have the kelp smelt up faster. Plus I have over in this area a massive lava farm. So yeah. On that I also have the mushroom farm. Dual farm to be exact. Then I have on this little side I have the turtle farm and the bunny farm that I can get not what I actually need. I mostly need the scoots and the feet because the next part and last part of this whole array. Oh, somebody took a book. Nice. I have the automatic brewing station. Any potion I need, it's ready for the picking. The output is here, which I already have night vision. And then the input to add more bottles, empty bottles, go here. Oh. So yeah, symmetrians are here. The only thing that I'm going to... I have a couple of things that I want to change for next one I build. But it's not that bad of a concept I have to do. Ooh, did somebody use this? Huh, maybe somebody did. I want to add these three around here. But I still have to figure things out or add a separate area where they can get united and everything else. But I'm still working on that. This is a still wait and see. Then we have... I have to go to the middle. Okay. Let's go to north. I need to get to the tower to actually... I enjoy how this tower, everything looks at night or at rain. But no. There we go. Okay, I was south. Yeah, north, west, south. Now we have east. To recap, we have the North Island, sugarcane, bamboo, kelp farm. West Island, we have the bee farm, melon, and pumpkin. And South Island, we have the super smelter and potion brewing station. Now, on to the one of the main parts of this base. We have the sheep farm, a prototype for next season. It might be bigger. We have manual farms, small ones. Then we have a little bit of a barn area where we have some cows, mushroom cows. I believe we have pigs and donkeys. And then we have over here the horses and the mule. And a separate portal for them, which is a tad unique. If you don't notice the obsidian behind, you can only see the crying obsidian. Now, again, like the other islands, everything I wanted to be exposed to give it a little bit more background. And besides that, let's go straight up. We have um Dye District, Sugar Farm. Okay, let's head a little bit to the Dye District for a moment to give you a little bit of a tour over here. And here we go, the Dye District. Little bit of an odd way of using moss, but I do enjoy how it actually looks. Then we have a little cat here. There's two farms that I wasn't able to do, and I'm sad about it, which is the ink and glowing farm, which it was supposed to go in that area. Basically, there was going to be another building over here connected through all this, but didn't have the chance to get through it. So, but at least we have the flower. Wow. Okay. People been using, well, most likely Perpy and Ori has been using this. Then we have the brown dye, which is the cocoa beans. The two tall flower farms, the cactus farm, which I do have a lot. That turns normal, then turns into dye, and then turns into bone meal. Also, we have the pink petals. The area where the two tall flowers end up, they all go through the bottom. I'll show you in a minute. Then we have these guys right here. Fun little project, honestly. A little bit of a detour to come down here and deal with this, but I don't mind. Everything regarding these farms are all traveling by water, going through every single, including the top part, which is similar to that little one right over there. It's a moss farm, but double the size. It was enjoyable to actually build it. And it all connects here. Anything that is not needed, it will be introduced into the system itself and turned into moss. Oh, into bone meal. All connected underneath. And then we have the two tall flower farm, which is all gets into this area, then droppers, and then all go into these water tunnels that connect into each stall to go into the rightful place up top. The cactus farm as the same thing. It will go through here, then goes up, goes through let me go through here. It will go up and over. It will either go into the cactus, which is off to the lever. Then we have the kelp, the dye, which is passed through a furnace, but that one's off, so it continues all the way to the other side here. That would turn into bone meal and then get spit out and turn into bone meal for the flower farm, which goes through here and above. Everything here and these farms are connected through the underneath. If I go through here, I get to that part where I can actually see the amount of bone meal each farm has to make sure that everything is on its way. Now, let me go through here. Oh, and I can just do this. Oh, there we go. And I got to the roof where I can actually see the kelp farm, the moss farm, and the cactus farm. If I go up here, I can see it from above. Plus, I can see the base from here. Now, let's go back and let's go check out a little bit from afar the raid farm. Well, not the raid farm, the shulker farm. I'm just gonna stand in this platform right here because those guys are quite dangerous. So, let's do this. It's a lovely, nice design that I have. It's enjoyable. I could have made this a little bit bigger, but it's already, right now as it is, overpowered. Again, any of these farms, if any of you guys are interested, I am more than welcome to actually go through them little by little and show you guys how they actually work and how they move and the process of building them. Then we have the original starter island. It was a lot smaller than this. I've just extended it, expanded it, yeah. But this is where everything started this season. Right in this little hut. With 2 villagers that turned into 3, that turned into 5. Then I built this right here, which was the second build of this area, including that, the iron farm, and the raid farm. It was originally how I started was that, then that, followed by this part, that one. But I believe after I finished that, I went straight to the raid farm, then this, and then that. And then during everything, I went for the shulker farm. Yeah. This was well, it's already there, old trading hall. Including a special message for Ori and Burby. Originally had them right here, kind of like specific books, specific things I needed. I had the converter here that is just right here. Yeah, a little bit of an area I had, including this little head. Ooh, I love how the base looks from down here. Then we have the moss little farm. Basically, is where I got all my bone meal, my moss for the base itself. Because that base has a lot of moss. Then we have the iron farm, which it hasn't stopped running. This is just a little bit of it, because I do have a lot more from this farm, because it hasn't stopped running. As you can hear, it still doesn't stop running. I could stop it at any moment through this lever right here. I can permanently shut it down. Right now, it should be shut down. Right now, this farm won't produce any more iron due to the fact that he is right now hiding. So, let's turn that back on. And it's gonna throw an iron golem in a few seconds. Should. Yup. There he goes. Now, besides this, I came straight to the main part that I really needed. Shulker farm was just a plus because nobody had a shulker farm in itself, so I decided to, you know what, let's build it, get it out of the way, and we can have it. It was a pain to get the shulker here. But then we have the main thing I needed. Specifically, these and these. Do I have any more in here? Nope. I believe I've taken everything. Nope, there's still some things. Huh. But yeah, ready farm. I had that right there because I had a plan. I had a plan. I had a perfectly plan. Oh. Woo! Not gonna happen. Okay. I thought I was gonna land where I wanted to land, which is right here. I had a plan. Built an entire minigame. Sadly, time was not on my side. Time was not on my side. The Ravagers I got, they're still alive. But time was not my friend this season. Too much things to do and so little time. But I'm happy how everything finished and got everything here. Let me land right here. Huh. Why aren't these chunks loading? Without them loading. Okay, while they load. Sadly, time wasn't in my side, so it took me a little bit longer to get things done. And the mini game took a real backseat. I will try to bring that mini game, for next season. Try. Not sure if I be able to, but I'm going to try my best to actually bring it. Then we have okay, why is this taking so long? Why is this taking so long? Huh. Come on. Load. Why aren't you loading? Load. Why isn't this loading? There we go. It's still not loading. Why? Huh. Well, at least the interior is loaded. Anyway, we have the my way of making a guardian farm. It's a fun and unique way to actually make a guardian farm. Usually, when some players make a guardian farm, They usually make a hub underground, above ground, on the side. I decided, why not lift the temple to above, to top of the water. But this season I decided, why not make it a villager trading hall? Henceforth, the Guardian Trading Hall. But including that, I decided to invest time into making armor stands. Specifically, the funniest one of them all is this book. Wait, what? Why can I not read it? There we go. You can imagine what all of this says, right? The sounds of a villager. Also, that is basically where 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 is it? Right here. Note block. Uh, one of these things, and this guy with the book, making the sound every time I move. I believe I have here a couple of things, plus a couple of chokers, which they weren't sold sadly, and I had a lot of troubles in the actual store shop. We have a couple of small little area to actually get potions. Above me is the actual breathing villager reader. We have all the sugar boxes to create a lot of materials. Let me check. It's been a while since I've been here and I want to make sure. Yep, it's all there. I basically get a lot of materials from this farm. A lot of food, a lot of materials. Then we have a couple more villagers in this side. Plus I have a couple of chests that has carrots. Golden carrots. These are supposed to be for golden carrots only. We have bread, apples, pumpkin pie, cookies. Yes, my cookies are redstone. Thus, don't judge me. Glittering melons, cake. So I have ender pearls, lapis. I believe this was, huh? Oh, these were the. Where are they? The bottle of enchantment. This is for the food. Obviously, we got the farmers for all the golden carrots I want. And then we have the armory within the Guardian Temple. We have this guy, one that he doesn't have a weapon because his weapon is being sharpened over here. Right here is being sharpened. We have this guardian, we have this guardian here, and this one as well. This one is a little bit more standing by. He's just taking it easy. We have the commander. He has dual swords. He's pointing at this guy, which he's meddling with his weapon. He doesn't like it, so he's giving the order, put it down or else. Then we have this guy going all the way to the borderline. He's gonna grab his sword. He's gonna take him out, but still not listening to what he's saying. Then we have somebody here gave him an axe to the villagers that are trying to figure out what he wants and what it needs. Then we have this one that is searching the computer for something, but at the same time looking at this guy because he is showing him something on the tablet. He's trying to figure it out, and he's trying to eavesdrop to see what it is, and talking to this guy at the same time. Made a little bit of a. Uh, I did my best on a keyboard and monitors. These are basically shields. Extra armor, including extra shields, boots, everything there. We have some gear. And we have this one that is in the furnace, smelting iron to make liquid to make this to create a new sword or new axe. He is right now looking at the system to make the 3D, which was this one. Now he is choosing the next item. We have a couple that are getting cooled down. We have this one that is drying to be sold. A little bit of a storyline in this area. I quite enjoy it. Then we have up here the villager breather. Quite a simple, small little one. And that's basically all. A little bit of a long episode, but it's part of what I wanted to do. To give it a bit of a large tour of what the base is, the concept, and everything in between. And then we finish this episode with the main build. The main part of the entire build, the tower. Funny thing is, this entire base is completely perfect symmetry. It's not a joke on the actual owner of the server, which her name is False Symmetry. This base is completely symmetrical. It only has, besides the farms, it only has two differences. The outside islands has smaller trees and less details on trees, and it has a different center. Unlike the main island, which is all of them are the same island itself, it has this and different trees. Main island doesn't have that, and it has a massive tower in the middle, and the trees are different, including the side little bushes. It has these bushes. It has these here, a couple of bushes, long bushes here. Everything is completely different. But the side small towers in each island, they're the same. Two differences: the underneath and the main centerpiece, and the trees. That's all the differences this whole base has, but the rest completely symmetrical. And then for the last little bit, we have the beginning. We entered and showed the massive sorting system, and we exit at the end of the road. We got one more episode to go, and it's the full tour. A little bit more condensed tour of what I did, Plus, I might add a few more details to it. But hope you guys enjoy this episode and the season so far. And see you in the next one.